My girlfriend rejected my proposal, saying her career came first. Years later, she showed up single at my office while I was picking up my new wife for lunch. I'm Daniel, 31, high school history teacher and assistant football coach. Lauren was 29, corporate attorney at one of those firms where they measure your worth in billable hours and sacrificed weekends. We'd been together 3 years, lived together for 18 months in my modest 2-bedroom near the school. The proposal happened at our steakhouse, the one we'd been going to since our 4th date. Nothing fancy, but it was ours. I had my grandmother's ring in my jacket pocket, the one my mom had been holding onto for years. The waiter cleared our plates. I reached for the velvet box, my heart doing that nervous, excited thing where you know you're about to change everything. Her face changed. Not happiness, panic. What are you doing? Asking you to marry me. The restaurant went quiet. She looked at the ring, at me, tears forming. The wrong kind. I can't. Loud enough for the couple next to us to hear. I sat back down. Is it can't or won't? She took a breath. 80-hour weeks aren't optional. Weekend networking, midnight motions. The partners watch everything. Marriage means divided attention. Someone else's schedule. I can't afford that if I want to make partner. I tried every angle. Long engagement, no timeline. Wait until after partnership. No kids until ready. She shook her head at each suggestion. You're asking me to choose, so I'm choosing my career. It wasn't the rejection that got me. It was how clearly she'd already made this decision. I signaled for the check. Thanks for being honest. Her eyes went wide. She'd expected me to fight harder. If I have to convince you to marry me, then you're not the person I should be marrying. I paid, walked her to her car. I hope you make partner. I hope it'll be everything you need. 3 days later, her assistant called by accident. During that confused conversation, I learned something that made my blood run cold. Lauren had been on the phone with the senior partner the morning of our proposal, before we even got to the restaurant. I'm prepared to make difficult personal sacrifices to prove my commitment to the firm. He'd asked, do you have any personal entanglements that might interfere with the upcoming merger case? No. She'd said no before I even asked the question. The proposal wasn't a surprise. It was an inconvenient confirmation of something she'd already decided to eliminate. Lauren threw herself into work, first in every morning, last to leave, sometimes sleeping on the conference room couch. 9 months later, she made junior partner, youngest in firm history. Celebrated alone in her downtown high-rise with expensive wine and takeout. Her dating became a pattern. Another attorney, relationship like a business merger. Lasted 4 months, then a surgeon, 3 dates in 6 months. 2 years later, I met Emily at a school literacy program, children's librarian. She had this way of talking to kids that made them feel capable instead of broken. Coffee turned into dates, mini golf, farmers markets, bookstores. She came to my games without being asked, learned my players' names within 3 weeks. Loving her felt easy. 10 months later, I proposed at a lighthouse. No fancy restaurant, no pressure. Yes, before I even finished. We married 5 months later. Then the pro bono case landed on Lauren's desk. Education funding lawsuit. The case required consultation with school administrators. She was reviewing the contact list when she saw my name, assistant principal. The meeting was at the district building. She arrived early, overprepared. I was set up with budget reports when Emily walked in carrying 2 coffees, visibly pregnant, 6 months along. Honey, ready for lunch? I lit up, stood, took the coffee, guided Emily to a chair with my hand on her back. Daniel and Lauren used to date. Lauren's handling the pro bono case. This is my wife, Emily. She works at the children's library. Emily smiled. Thank you for taking this case. It matters enormously for the kids. The meeting lasted 47 minutes. Between budget items, I mentioned finishing my dissertation. Emily helps by editing drafts and managing our daughter so I can write on weekends. Emma just turned 2, obsessed with dinosaurs, refuses to wear anything except her purple boots. Lauren asked about the pregnancy, hoping for another girl. Emma's already planning to be the best big sister in history. I showed her a photo of Emma covered in finger paint at daycare. Pure, chaotic toddler joy frozen in pixels. I don't know how I got this lucky. That comment landed like a physical blow. Not because I meant it cruelly, but because the happiness was so completely genuine. I'd found everything Lauren had convinced herself didn't exist.